Yeah, Grant's a great player. He's been very talented, and has always been capable. And as he's grown throughout the course of the last year, through experience as a freshman, and then this fall, he really has become much more of a tactician of the game. He's controlled his emotions. He's been very disciplined. He's worked very hard on his swing and his approach, and has made himself into a terrific player. The player that we always knew that he would become, given some time. But he was great today. And I'll say this too: you look at the guys that were around him, right? In baseball, unlike basketball, you can't do it by yourself. And so Cole Barr behind him, who had terrific at bats, you have to pitch to him now, because Cole's taking walks, Cole's having good at bats, and so now you're forced to pitch to Grant, and he was a really dangerous guy today.
Uh, you see, we look at the entirety of the day. You had a lot of hits in the first game.
Yeah.
You had timely hits in the second game.
Yeah.
You also seem to have a lot of hits off of off-speed pitches.
Yeah.
Would you say that is a progression of what you've been trying to develop with the offense?
Yeah, I feel like our offense has grown substantially, and it just takes time. It just takes time as you put a lot of those different things in. We've spent a lot of time with this group, and this is a very disciplined group by nature. Their personalities are disciplined, and they're able to apply what we're trying to do. So, yeah, we weren't great. We weren't great finishing innings in either of the first two games. We had a lot of guys on base throughout. We just weren't good at finishing the inning, and that the only way you do that is by doing, right. You have to learn and grow, and you have to screw it up, and then learn what to do. And that was, I think, the overriding theme for the weekend was our ability to grow and to learn in real time. To be able to adjust in real time is really difficult to do, and we did that exponentially. I mean, it was like a boulder rolling down the hill as we learned throughout, and we were able to apply those things. And we made really good adjustments, and we still have to get better. We still chasing pitches down. We still chasing pitches up a little bit, but I haven't seen the box score from the third game, but the second game we had 6 strikeouts and 4 walks, maybe hit by pitch, and I would imagine the third game was probably in a similar area, which is where we want to be at, as far as our approaches and our pitch recognition applying to the game.
As far as pitching goes, you had multiple solid pitching performances today. Which ones stick out to you?
I think Braden Tucker, because he's the low-hanging fruit. He did a really good job. You think about him sitting there all day today, waiting for this the second game, and he really pitched. I mean, he really controlled it. Connor Mance was really good. Gabe Bierman gave us good innings, a couple walks, but he gave us really good innings. Braden Scott was terrific. Like we've talked about, and I know sometimes in the preseason stuff, everyone is going to kind of paint their team in a positive light, but I do feel really confident that given time to grow, our young staff has the ability and the talent, and certainly the tutelage with Coach Parker and with Denton to be a very, very strong staff. And you saw some glimpses of that. We have to continue to get better. We have to take care of the ball a little bit better for those guys. But I was also really glad to see McCade Brown get in there and throw really well. You come in and guy hits a home run on the first pitch, and then to get right back in the zone and fill it up. He's a special kid and a really talented kid, and I was really happy for him too.
How did you like Drew Ashley's work behind the plate?
I thought Drew was great. I thought he caught terrific. He's so smart. He's resilient. He's really improved his blocking, his receiving of the low pitches. Braden's not an easy guy to receive. It's real sink. It's 90, 92, 93. Good change with really down action. I thought Drew was outstanding. Honestly, as good or better than I could have hoped for him to step in and do. And Drew's just the consummate team guy. It's like, Coach, what do you need me to do? And I'll do it to the best of my abilities. I just want to be successful. I want to help the club win. And that's why you feel so confident putting him out there in different situations. But his growth catching has been, something to really be commended.
How do you feel a trip like this early in the season to prepare your guys for later down the road?
I've always been a firm believer that if you want to be a team that can compete in June, you have to play in environments that are similar to June environments, and you can't replicate that. I can't turn the speakers on in the indoor facility. I can't holler and yell enough. There's nothing that prepares you for that outside of going and doing it. And so your flaws are exposed. When you make mistakes, you're gonna get hammered for it, and that's how you learn and you grow. And that's what we wanted to do with this team. We want to put them in the biggest and toughest environments, and we'll always do that. We'll always compete against the best, and that's the only way to grow is to put yourself in those environments.